Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round table. I'm Ben Hedges, and I'm in the studio, as always, with Holly Kellum. Welcome, Holly.
Good to be here, Ben.
And you have a bit of a story for us today, don't you?
Yes, so Anna Delvy, who that's probably how she's best known, but her real name is Anna Sorkin. She is somebody who swindled people and banks out of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right.
Her name is Anna Delvy, or Anna Sorkin, no one's sure. She's either a rich German heiress or she's flat broke. The charges are insane.
And that was kind of her claim to fame. Now, this is a bit of a media story because in 2018, New York Magazine did a big article on this, and that kind of shot her to fame. Like, this case was not really known before then. But it was fascinating. I remember reading it when it came out, and it read like, some crazy movie.
Right. I read it too. Yeah, I was pretty fascinated by it. She's my favorite fake European heiress.
Yeah. Yes, probably not too many of those. I don't know. But anyways, fascinating. So she, she was convicted in 2019 of grand larceny and several other.
How long was she in prison for?
She was in prison for 4 years. And then when she was released, she started fighting deportation because she had overstayed her visa. So she has been under house arrest. But she got offered a role with Dancing with the Stars. And yesterday was her debut. I'm going to show you this, and then we'll go into a little bit more of the controversy around this. Okay, check it out.
Okay, let's see.
Dancing the Cha-Cha. With her partner Ezra Sosa, it's Anna Delvy.
All right, here she is.
Ankle monitor.
Oh my goodness. They've put like jewels on it or something.
Trying to cover it up.
Well, she looks way better than she looked in the interviews. Obviously, she's had professional makeup done and stuff. Did she just do the splits? Almost. Close. Maybe she has been using her time in prison to get flexible. Oh, look, there's a burning perfume bottle behind her now. I think that was quite good.
Really?
I mean, I love the way how they worked a lot of the stuff you associate with her into the whole performance, like the luxury shopping bags and the jewels on the ankle monitor, the perfume bottles.
They were all about the story of this.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, I watched an interview with the director, and he was kind of grilled about Dancing with the Stars, and he was asked about having such a controversial figure on there, and he was like, well, this is a redemption story.
There's nothing better than a redemption story, right? And so it's either going to be, she's either going to crash and burn, or it's going to be in a beautiful story. But isn't that what kind of makes fun television, right?
Yeah. And he really kind of played up the backstory of this, which I'm like, okay, but this is like a dance show.
I don't view her as
the backstory is kind of like should be second to the dancing, right?
I don't view her as that controversial though. If we can have the Wolf of Wall Street like doing a podcast and being kind of respected now, right? I mean, she surely can too. Right?
Yeah, I guess my problem is yes, she supposedly paid her restitution, she paid what she was owed. She spent 4 years in prison. But again, I also feel like it's kind of glamorizing somebody whose only claim to fame is, defrauding tons of people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah, I mean, at least the Wolf of Wall Street can teach you sales, right?
Sell me this pen.
Right. Well,
but this is what people said originally when they did the Netflix Netflix dramatization about her, and she wasn't allowed to actually earn the money from it because there's a law in New York that says you can't use stories about your crime to. So
was
money.
The $320,000 she got?
It
went to the restitution or her.
Well. Maybe it was, I forget exactly, we could put it on screen, but I think it was given directly to her lawyers to either pay legal fees or to go towards the victims, repaying victims. She wasn't able to personally keep the money. So I don't know what's happening with this, because obviously she probably was paid for this, but.
Yeah, I don't know actually if there's money that's involved. I mean, there's a certain fame that comes to being on a show like this. But she has also in other ways, I would say, monetized her infamy. So she said that she was supporting herself with her artwork, which conjures up images of Hunter Biden.
Right. But Hunter Biden's artwork is beautiful. I mean, it's really world class.
Beautiful is in
if I could afford it, I would definitely have.
The beholder. maybe you should invest, Ben. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then she also had a podcast. Now, what's interesting is under the terms of her house arrest. So she was fighting deportation back to Germany. And she was forced to be under house arrest, and she, under the terms of that, she also wasn't allowed to be on social media. Now they've since lifted that, I guess, to allow her to be in this role. But my question is, like, why?
Well, also a podcast, isn't that social media?
No, apparently not. I mean, a podcast, you produce it and you put it maybe on Spotify, iTunes.
Oh, that doesn't count as social media.
I don't think so, because you think of social media, you think of Facebook, Twitter, like
YouTube.
But anyways, apparently she was able to have a podcast. But my question is, like, why would ICE,
why is she still here anyway? If she's overstayed her visa, shouldn't she
well,
just
she's fighting it in the courts. I mean,
But why doesn't she just get deported and then she has to apply again? Fight it from Germany or wherever they deport her to.
Well, I think there's generally, when there's, somebody comes before the court, there's a stay.
Okay, so she's allowed to stay while she's fighting it.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, it's very kind though, isn't it? Isn't that kind of us?
Yes.
I mean, you think her visa would just get cancelled as soon as she was convicted.
This is why our immigration courts are so backed up, like 10 years backed up. I have a friend who's been in the U.S. 10 years, she's been
still waiting for a court decision?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, but anyways, I just think, why is ICE or whatever the, immigration office that's overseeing her case, why are they making an exception for her? Like, what has she done to deserve an exception? Because she, she defrauded all these people and she overstayed her visa. Why is she being allowed to stay
Netflix
just to be... Netflix, well,
do the sequel.
Dancing with the Stars. Okay, Disney, ABC, that puts on Dancing with the Stars. Like, maybe they lobbied ICE. I don't know. You got to wonder. But yeah,
maybe she brings in money for our American entertainment industry. Maybe they're thinking of dollar signs.
Yeah, maybe. But the other thing is her dance, you are in the minority, Ben, because her dance was widely panned. Well, I didn't think she did a great job. She wasn't super coordinated. I don't know.
I'd have to see the other contestants and then compare. Because I only saw that one, so
yeah.
I don't know what the
I don't
standard
know.
is.
I guess maybe I'm more of a dancing critic than you.
Do you watch it regularly, Dancing with the Stars?
No. My mother does.
Didn't Sean
regularly.
Spicer go on it?
He did, and this is why I want to bring up this point of it's almost a place for people who are kind of infamous for something to redeem themselves.
He lost his job and then he went on that, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't have any grudge against the guy, but. It just, I don't know. It was kind of a funny move that they brought him on, I thought.
Amusing. Yes, it was amusing.
And I would say that, the idea is to bring in people who are famous, not necessarily good dancers, and then, to kind of coach them and see if they're able to dance.
Yeah.
I don't think she didn't do terribly well. But, it was interesting on The View, Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi? Did you say Whoopi?
I said Whoopi.
I swear you said Whoopi.
Whoopi. Okay, well, those are your ears.
Anyway, what did she say?
Well, she was also criticizing ICE. Basically saying what I was saying.
This woman, they gave her permission to go do this. Now, should I think there's a reason? Is there a two-tiered system here with ICE?
And then Anna Delvy, or Anna Sorkin, is her real name. She hit back that, at least you should get your facts straight, because one of the things that Whoopi accused her of is not paying her restitution. And she says she did pay her restitution. So.
Okay. What a lovely girl. She paid her restitution.
Yes. And do you think she should be able to stay in the U.S. because of that?
No.
No.
Of course not. Well, I mean, if your visa's run out and it's not going to be renewed,
my question is,
then
why is it so bad to go to Germany? Like, if she was being deported to Afghanistan, okay, I would understand.
True, yeah.
You know, but she's like fighting. It's a very protracted legal battle because she was released in
maybe she thinks she
from
has
ICE
more
detention in like 2021 or something. Like, it's been a long time.
Maybe she thinks she has more opportunity in the US because her story is so famous in the US now that she thinks.
You don't think it's not in Germany?
Probably not as
Netflix-
famous.
Netflix is internationally distributed.
Maybe, but everything happened in the US. The story is a US story, so. But she could do a podcast from Germany in English.
She did get invited on to Dancing with the Stars, so.
Right, in the US, yeah. So I think that probably
Maybe
is.
that goes to your point. I don't know.
That's
But
probably-
anyways, I
yeah.
think, so let us know what you guys think about her
Right.
performance and whether she
About her
should be allowed to perform.
Right, and the more important thing is, should she be allowed to stay or not, right? Never mind her performance. But, if you want to critique the performance, give us out of 10, what would you say, 6, 7?
Oh, yeah, 6, 7.
6 out of 10.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
wasn't terrible.
I was
but
going to say
I didn't
8,
think
but
it was
I
great.
don't know anything about dancing, so. All right, guys, do subscribe to The Round Table if you're new, and don't forget to check out Holly's channel, Newspeak. We'll put her icon on screen somewhere above her head. We'll see you next time.
Bye.